Need more Mike Delivers? Head over to patreon.com or download the Patreon app and type in Mike Delivers. Get a full catalog of bonus podcasts like the one time Mike crashed his wife's 2007 Toyota Rav4, behind-the-scenes videos, and more food reviews. Go to Patreon and check it out now.
My name is Mike Biseglia. I'm 37 years old, and I use the Lawnmower 3.0. Use my promo code, Mike Delivers, all one word, and you can get 20% off plus free shipping on your own Lawnmower 3.0. What is the Lawnmower 3.0? It is an electric trimmer that cleans your ball hair. I recommend it, I use it, and it's helped my life tremendously. As a 37-year-old that's feeling bad about himself because he turned 37 and the age has turned a corner, the best thing I have going for me right now is the Lawnmower 3.0. Use my promo code, Mike Delivers, all one word, you get 20% off. You can even have mine. You can have my used Lawnmower 3.0.
Welcome inside Mike Delivers from his wife's, cat's, his own living room. Here's your host, Mike Biseglia.
That's right, this is Mike Delivers, episode number 80, and I'm your host, Mike Biseglia, and I'm coming to you from my wife's linen closet in Bloomfield, New Jersey. I've decided now every time I do an episode, I'm just going to pick another place in the house that's even more absurd than the last place, but we are coming from the kitchen in Bloomfield, New Jersey. Episode 80, oh my God, we are really flying around. It's just nuts. Think about the amount that we have done. Say goodbye to May Madness and the sandwiches. Say hello to Taco Bell. We'll get into the details on all the Taco Bell foods that we will be trying here in the month of June. Make sure you download this podcast where all pods are found. And if you go on Apple, leave a 5-star rating and leave a comment. And that comment will be sung at the end of a future episode here on Mike Delivers. A couple people to give shout-outs to. Number one, shout-out to Tom Izzo. He is the guy that made the cartoon of me and my cat, Leon. I put it on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's also on my Patreon page. So if you're into that kind of thing, which I am, and you want like a little cartoon done of you and your baby, you and your cat, Tom Izzo is the guy. So cool shit he did for me there. His information is in the show notes. And staying along the cool image logo train, don't forget my guys at O'Brien Creative Group. They help make this sick-ass, awesome logo that I have. Mike Delivers Pod, brand imaging, the whole deal. They have been the best. I love working with Drew and the O'Brien Creative Group. I almost feel like without them, this podcast wouldn't be the same. They definitely have their fingerprints all over this thing. I did say Patreon page, so please, the support for Mike Delivers is appreciated. I don't really talk about the price often, but I will today. It's $4 a month, so it's not that much money, and you get a lot of extra content on there. You get a bonus video podcast, so a whole podcast that you can see us recording it in our kitchen. You get that on audio form. You also get food tastings, and you get a blind food testing myself. So it's $4 a month. It's Mike Delivers on Patreon. If you go on there now, you're already getting an extra 20 podcasts that you have not heard yet. So go on there. There's a whole ton of other shit and content. As I say that, as the cat's taking a shit. So it was like he heard me say that. But head over there, Patreon, Mike Delivers. Type that in, and to get onto Patreon, you can do patreon.com. Similar login to anything else like Facebook or Twitter or any other website. You put in the search, Mike Delivers. You can also get the app on your phone. So I want to make sure I mention all of that, Jesse. And then also one last shout out to theprosclub.com. That is the website I created that is a podcast network. So if you like Mike Delivers, there's Real Talk Basketball with Rex Walters. He has an interview with Eric Musselman on there. There's also Bad Weather Fans and Outside the Box with Mike and Leon, and the Big O beer reviews, as I'm trying to grow this Mike Delivers podcast into the Pros Club Network and just really blossom what has been a lot of fun doing the podcast. And the support from you guys is really appreciated. All right, Jesse, got the administrative work out of the way.
Yes.
You were so supportive during that 3.5 minutes. You were going, keep going. You're really doing a great job.
I had to get my life administrative work done. I'm planning
you.
A virtual baby shower. This
you
is
are.
not
You're having
easy.
a baby?
Oh, God, I hope so, or I swallowed a watermelon seed.
You know, my grandpa Pucka used to tell me that, and I believed it for a little bit. So this was my dad's grandpa.
Yeah, I know all of your stories. I have literally no idea where this is going.
Okay. Oh, good. So he lived in Oakland, Pittsburgh, Oakland area.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, and well, for the audience, less for you. But he had like a belly, and he said that he ate a watermelon seed and a watermelon grew in his stomach, and that's how he got bigger.
That's happening here.
That's what he would tell me. So that's
I realized that
I always remember that.
The
that was
Patreon
sweet.
people are thinking I think I'm enormous. I'm like borderline a too skinny person, and you look at these videos we take on Patreon.
That's true too.
Enormous.
You know, I promote everything on Patreon. I'm like, you can come on, you get this content, you get that content. If you want to come onto the Patreon page and just see what pregnant Jess looks like, go for it. I don't even care. You can be a sick pervert. I don't give a fuck. Just go on and
she
join.
used to be such a twig.
Well, you're a twig now. Shut up. You're skinny. You are. Just have a baby in you.
I know, but when you're sitting down podcasting, it's all spreading out.
I understand. You gotta get loose. You gotta get relaxed. But yeah, so head over to the Patreon. You can see a video of my pregnant wife.
Just
really
flopping all over the place.
Yeah, man. So hey, whatever. If you're into that, go for it, man. I'm not gonna stop you. So May Madness is behind us. Had a lot of fun doing all the sandwiches. But June, we're gonna be doing a little bit differently. We're gonna be concentrating on one restaurant, one spot only. And that spot is Taco Bell. So each week, we will be doing a food item from Taco Bell. And here's another Patreon plug. We'll also do a bonus episode where we try something from Taco Bell that you will not get on this podcast. You'll have to go on Patreon to find it. But, so Taco Bell month, and the rumor is for July, it will be the Red Lobster, which I'm really looking forward to.
Who's spreading those rumors?
I'm spreading those fucking rumors, baby.
Well,
I want the Red Lobster.
You can go pick up the Red Lobster. It's not that close.
No, it isn't. We might have to just get everything all in one swoop and then just have it sit there for 3 weeks.
Gross.
Here's some lobster ravioli that's 3 weeks.
The
I
shrimp
don't know.
smells weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll worry about that when we get there. But anyway, so now we're getting to June. Do we have a name for June? If May Madness, what's June? I don't know.
Taco June.
Taco June. We should be recording these on Tuesdays, I guess. If that, we should do it. But anyway, all right. So Taco Bell. We'll get into some of our history with the Bell, our past experiences with Taco Bell. But first, Jesse, as I cracked myself up, what were the 2 items that we tried tonight? And if you want to see a food, me trying them, you can head over to my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, Mike Delivers Pod.
Well, we crowdsourced, actually, some suggestions. So we both put on our Facebook page. I probably posted for the first time on Facebook in 3 years about Taco Bell, and heard from people I have also not talked to in 10 years. So we asked, what do we have to get at Taco Bell?
Yes.
And so these were the 2 most popular things that were on there. And so we're going to kind of group them logically.
Yeah.
So these were specialty items.
Yeah.
And then we'll try a couple different tacos.
Yeah.
That'll be a taco day and a dessert day.
Yeah. I want to do that. Billy Jacques alone
and sweets.
Said to get the churros.
There's cinnamon somethings, twisties.
I'll bring up.
Yeah. So okay, well, I'll get to that in a second. I have so much to say. So we went with a Crunchwrap Supreme and a Mexican pizza. So 2 things that kind of don't have a category, but they were by far, I think the Crunchwrap Supreme was far and away the number 1 thing on our podcast, on our Facebook page suggestions.
I didn't even know, it's funny, I don't even know any of these things.
Well,
they all were foreign to me.
This is what I have to say.
I know when somebody says get this from McDonald's, I kind of know what it is. I just don't know any of this.
Well, so I looked long and hard today, for about 15 minutes.
That's long and hard.
I mean, to find an article that was here's I Googled Taco Bell 101. What do the terms mean at Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Beginner's Guide to Taco Bell. Nothing. There's nothing.
You should start one. Start a blog.
I might have to.
Give me a lot of money.
Because I was just wondering about, I feel the menu was very simple. But I know that you can customize it like 1,000 different ways. And that's the part that, like, I don't know how to order because people are like, oh, you get this, behold this, add this, you can make this vegan, da-da-da-da-da. I don't understand that side of it at all. So I tried to find something that we could, like, use to just sort of break down the situation today.
Okay.
And I didn't find anything.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So if anyone has any resources... let us know.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. I know so little about Taco Bell. I do know, didn't they do Taco Bell Pizza Hut combos? Wasn't that a place?
I don't know.
Yeah, like you could go, there was some where you, like Pizza Hut and Taco Bell, I think maybe...
Well, they're part of Yum Foods.
Yeah, so you could go into one building and get both.
That's not revolutionary. That's like all over the place.
But it's just so funny to me. You could go in and get Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. Like,
yeah, that's like a KFC Long John Silver situation.
Oh, that's a little more rare.
It's actually the same company. They're all the same company.
But whatever, that company's probably making a lot of money.
Yum.
Yum.
That's what they're called.
Yum doing good things.
Yeah, check out their... yeah, that's like what their stock name is, too.
Oh,
Yum.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool. But, so this is all kind of foreign to me, learning to me.
Same. And I was worried about the menu situation.
What do you mean
like,
worried?
Just when I knew what we were going to order, but I did want to have some time to just look at it for future reference. Like, I remember when I went to the Sonic one, I was like, I could have been there for 15 minutes and not read the whole thing. Like, you have to obviously have a game plan. Either that or you're just like, oh, that one right there. Like, you...
Oh, that would stress me out, too, with like a million people behind me, then going, like, taking forever in the line. You're trying to figure out what to buy. What's in this? What's in that? Like, that would be the worst.
Well, I will say before I get to, like, the experience of going there.
Yeah.
People are fucking opinionated about Taco Bell.
Like from our Facebook post that we put out?
Yes. I've heard from people, no joke, I haven't talked to you since undergrad, which was like, I was a freshman 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Or not 20, 17.
How old are you?
17 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Very old.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. Like, I have not heard from them, and they were like, I'm sorry, I need to tell you about this potato burrito. Like
it's funny the people you see message on these comments.
people are like, one person was like a surgeon.
Well, also the algorithms with Facebook is like you start to see the same people over and over again. You're not on Facebook as much, but I start to see the same people over and over again on Facebook. So this questionnaire almost brings out the people that I have not seen in 5 to 15 years. Which I saw one person on there was Sarah Pember.
Oh yeah. Well,
who is she?
Her and I were texting recently. She was one of my friends in Charlottesville. She had red hair.
Yeah.
We used to go to lunch a lot.
I was like, I don't even remember.
She was in love with Adam Richman.
I didn't even remember. Well, I could hook her up.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what we were... You had him on the show, and I was like, oh, my husband still talks to Adam Richman all the time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm glad I brought this up. No, but it was just cool to see, like, a name I had not thought of in a really... I was like, Sarah Pember.
I know. No. Oh, trust me. Yeah, I have the exact same situation on mine. I'm like, wow, I even got text message responses from people.
So, wait, she texted you on your phone?
No. Other people responded to that Facebook post via text.
So that one really blew it up.
Yes.
I see. You got to start doing this more because your Facebook presence is kind of dissipated, but this would bring it back.
But it's such a garbage pile.
What do you mean, Facebook?
Yeah, I've been learning how to snooze and hide people left and right.
Oh God, it is a scary place with that shit. Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I do want to have. I don't want to see other people's opinions on certain things.
Yeah, scary.
So we're trying to keep it light, but also, basically all we talk about is politics. So whenever we're on the podcast, that's our hour of food fun.
Is there anything else on Facebook that isn't politics?
I put a recommendation out for asking for things that I should do for my virtual baby shower today. Okay. I got a lot of responses.
Well, that's good.
That was in like a private group.
So you're bringing Facebook back.
No, that's a private group, though. Because I listen... So I'm a big podcast listener, and I'm on a couple podcast groups in Facebook.
Gotcha. I might go on your Facebook wall today and write you a nice love note.
Oh, man. Are you going to poke me?
Oh, I'm going to do more than poke you. I'm going to impregnate you.
I think we're past
Which is a poke.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It's
Too much?
Too much.
People know how it works. People that are listening to this podcast...
They're eating dinner right now. They're like, this is...
Pass the lasagna. Mike's talking about intercourse. I don't know why I talk like that.
Are they in Long Island?
All right, Ma, give me the garlic nuts. He's talking about the spankings. I'm embarrassing you. I'll stop.
Okay. So let me tell you about going to Taco Bell.
Please do.
So, went to Taco Bell. My ways...
You're talking about when you went today.
Yeah, today.
All right, where'd you go?
Oh, wait, no, we didn't do history yet.
We can do
let's do my...
You're the boss. You're the boss.
I have no personal history. My mom...
That's your history.
My mom does have personal history, which she told me in the car, because I talked to her on the drive there.
Should we insert her audio into this? We can do... We're talking on
No,
the fly. Should we get her opinion and put it in the podcast?
I can tell the story.
Okay, you can tell it for her.
So, they went one time in Pittsburgh, in Mount Lebanon. My brother couldn't drive, and he has a kid that's 2.
We'll give it for people don't know how old's your brother.
He's
your
like
brother could be 80.
31, 32.
You have a really old brother.
31, 32.
All right, so
like
14,
okay.
15 years ago. 15 years ago.
And he wanted like a chicken taco, and the guy kept screwing it up. So my mom thought like the recorder was off, and she was like, "That guy's an idiot." And he goes, "I heard you."
Oh, oh man.
And then he was like, "Do you still want those tacos?" She's like, "Yeah." And then they didn't eat them because they were afraid to like spit it out.
I understand that. I have a lot of experience with Taco Bell from one time in my life, but that's really it.
I really don't know where you're
But
going.
I'm such a specific Taco Bell orderer that I need to do it like if I have it my way, I like it. But I'm so specific with stuff. Do you remember the chalupa?
I don't know what anything is.
So when I went to...
can I tell you what I think a chalupa is?
Yeah, I'm going to Google what it looks like.
A taquito.
No, I think it's
in my head,
that.
it's exactly the same. We are going to have to read these descriptions off for what we actually got today. I feel like in my head, it's like a taquito, like you'd make from the frozen food department, or you would like get it at 7-Eleven. You know, that's on the little rollers.
That's a chalupa.
Oh, that looks like... Okay, I'm not... Without reading the description, that looks like a hard taco. Like, how is that
It's like
not
a deep fried. So see how it's got little bubbles on the side? It's deep fried.
Is it... Okay, is it a flour tortilla then?
I guess it is. And it's just deep fried, so it's a little more tasty to everybody because it's fried. So, I went to Syracuse University, and on the meal plan, you had the way the meal plan worked is you had your dining room option, and then you had points, and those points would get you to the fast food place.
That seems dangerous.
And we had a Taco Bell at one of the spots, and I would get the chicken quesadillas from the Taco Bell a lot at night. And I would also get the chalupa, but I would be like, can I have a chalupa? And it was a chalupa. It was a Taco Bell KFC in the same stand. And I would say, can I get the chalupa, hold the cheese, hold the sour cream, no tomatoes. It would basically just be like a chalupa with meat.
You don't like tomatoes?
I was scared about the Taco Bell tomatoes. I think I was just worried about it.
That's an interesting point that's going to come up later.
So I just got the chalupa with meat and chicken, and that was fine. But I remember getting those quesadillas all the damn time. But I remember one time I got the quesadilla, and they must not have pressed the shell all the way, and the cheese didn't melt, and it was basically like a quesadilla with raw cheese. And I bit into it.
Ew.
And after that day, I never had a Taco Bell quesadilla again in my life.
Interesting.
But we would go there all the time.
You love a quesadilla.
I love a good quesadilla. You know what quesadilla I like too? Is a chicken and cheddar quesadilla.
We make a good amount of
chicken
quesadilla.
and broccoli quesadilla was very good.
Yeah, we've done that. We've done barbecue chicken.
I love a good quesadilla.
Caramelized onion.
They're great. You know, as weird as I am about cheese,
you do love a quesadilla.
I do love a quesadilla. I like that. I thought it was very good.
We should probably add that in as a thing we should try. Just because we do eat a lot of quesadillas. It's like the easiest thing to eat. Like, just throw leftovers with cheese in it.
No, that was good.
And although we use like healthy wraps always.
But you know what it's like when you OD on something and then the cheese wasn't done right? It totally freaked me out. But I do remember the KFC place next to it. I would get the 3-piece chicken with the biscuit and the KFC. But it was dangerous because you used your card in your meal plans. You weren't spending any money.
That sounds so dangerous. Well, especially, I mean, I don't know how much of a value it was in your card. This shit was cheap. Really cheap.
I don't remember exactly that. It's been so long ago I couldn't tell you. But I remember going in there, and I can't remember the name of the dining hall that had it. It was like a fast food dining hall. And I know I'll get this text message from Josh Gutterman, who I brought up a bunch on this pod.
Bring it on, Josh.
So, Josh, if you're hearing this, what was the name of the hall that had the Taco Bell, KFC, Burger King? But other than that, that's really my Taco Bell experience.
Okay,
Only
so
in college.
no in high school?
I think my dad really liked Taco Bell.
That
I think he was lying.
Stunning.
I think he was lying with his Facebook post. I think he used to have it as a kid.
Okay.
Maybe I'm making that up. I don't know.
Your dad is the ultimate food snob.
Yeah, in a good way.
That is like a highest esteem. That is not a bad sign.
But he's funny because he loves. He always talks about how much he loved IHOP.
Interesting.
So I mean, to get like full disclosure, my dad grew up not wealthy, and then did well for himself. So I think he then kind of changed the way he
adapt. Yeah.
So he got a little spoiled.
But you also have things that
But he always loved IHOP.
you love as a child.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
You should interview him on an episode. That could be interesting. Him about food. Because, him and I have different food buds. He does not like steak medium rare.
Yeah. I can
and
eat
I'm like,
with your dad.
how are you, how am I your son? And you like steak not medium rare? I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we ordered a salad.
That really weirds me out.
And your dad was like, extra blue cheese. I was like, yeah, bring it on. And you're like, I'm not eating that salad. I'm not eating that salad.
Well, that was the last time we saw him until last weekend.
Yeah.
It's crazy with the quarantine
I know, aren't you
shit.
glad you didn't eat that blue cheese just to make your parents happy?
Oh, God. It doesn't matter.
No, I get it. I feel like aside from my parents' love of red meat, we're pretty on par. I'm a little more adventurous than they are.
Yeah.
But not by much. We all kind of like the same shit for the most part. You're a challenge.
I'm a challenge because I'm an adventurous eater and not an adventurous eater all at the same time. I think that's very appropriate.
By we, I mean me and the baby. We're walking on the treadmill today. And we were walking on the treadmill, and we were watching Pioneer Woman, the Food Network show.
Oh, does he like it? Is it his choice?
He actually, this is a long story, but there's something he really likes on Instagram, which I'll explain in a second.
Can he see through your placenta?
We were walking on the treadmill and watching the Pioneer Woman, and she has this husband who's a rancher, and he's totally misogynistic, and it's totally annoying.
And he likes this guy? Great.
No. I'm just watching it.
Fucking son.
And she was like, "Do you want cheese on this?" And he goes, "You can put cheese on your side." And she goes, "That's going to be the name of your biography. You could put cheese on your side." And that made me think of you because you're the exact same way.
I'm a misogynist cheese.
Yes,
cheese
you're
guy.
a misogynist cheese guy. You're like, "Woman, make me some dinner. I'm bringing home the bacon."
Except I'm bringing home the turkey bacon.
And I'm bringing home the good bacon.
I would say, I'm an adventurous eater, but I'm also picky about the things I don't like are just standard American foods. I'm not I'll go eat anything. I don't like boring American cuisine.
You like adventurous protein.
Yeah, but I'm and vegetables.
That's true.
And combinations of items. I just don't like sour cream.
But you'd eat fish eyeballs before you'd eat shredded cheese.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And I'm just saying that's not.
But that's what I'm saying.
standard.
I am adventurous. But to say I am adventurous, let me put it this way. I think the only way to do an ultimate challenge would be go to a restaurant and pick out a menu and say which ones of these would you eat and would you not eat. I bet you I would eat more items than everybody else you go out with.
The person you eat most like is Guy Fieri.
And he's got his own show.
So
he's doing well.
Yes, and anytime anyone puts an egg on it, he and if you know that he hates eggs, he totally skirts around. It'll be a pizza with an egg on it. He's like, we're gonna move that to the side there.
But let's go to a restaurant, let's get a menu. I bet you I would get more items on that than anybody you know. Okay.
Perhaps.
We should play that game. We should play the menu. Ooh, that could be a good Patreon game.
think that would be interesting if there were no substitutions.
Yeah, no subs.
Okay,
straight off the
think
menu. And we don't do a breakfast place.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, the baby really likes to watch Trader Joe's videos.
Aw.
So, have I told you this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's this Instagram, and this woman started it this is just lightning in a bottle. She did it 10 years ago. And she named it Trader Joe's List. Because she was like, this is the stuff I get at Trader Joe's. I'll just take pictures of it as I get new stuff. No concept of this is going to be her career.
Sure.
And she has over 1 million followers now. And once a week, she goes to the store and she does unboxing videos. And it just, like, walks through, like, what she gets and what's new. And it's the only thing I've ever watched on IGTV, ever. The first time the baby kicked, I was watching it.
Oh, that's cute.
Every time I watch it now. He's like,
how does he know?
Get those everything almonds, like.
Well, you'll have to take him to Trader Joe's when he's in the when he's in the flesh.
If I want him to start kicking, I just watch a video of her opening bags of Trader Joe's groceries.
Oh my God.
Isn't that so
take
weird?
Take him to the store, he's going to be clinging to that cauliflower pizza crust.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, this shit is good.
Did you hear that they have the cauliflower rice with the broccoli mixed in? Oh man, some cookie butter.
What's it called? Speculoos.
Yeah,
that's cool. So you've got no Taco Bell.
I literally have nothing to say.
Zero. Well, we're gonna have to do this for 4 weeks.
Well, I can tell you about my experience going there. I should go to different ones, I guess. If I'm picking it up.
That's a good idea, and I should go at some point myself. And we could do Uber Eats for one.
Yeah, I went to one.
We'll do that.
Although it's gonna cost more to.
You talk about the
have
experience.
It delivered.
No, you talk about that. It's a write-off.
Okay.
I could be the ultimate. See, what we need to figure out. This would be the best. I've got an idea.
Okay.
We should try this. I don't know.
You go stand outside the Taco Bell? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, but now the thing is, like, I don't know. It might be tough, but here's the deal. Let's say that even if after a while I get somebody else's, that trip would pay for the meal.
Okay, yeah.
That would be funny. I'll stand outside the Taco Bell. You put in the order, and we'll wait like a couple minutes.
I feel like you need to be like a couple minutes away so that it like.
Well, I can look. I can look at it, and the way the app works these days is they changed this months ago. It'll say where you're going, so it'll say you're going to blank Bloomfield. So if I'm very particular, I could deliver you the meal. That'd be fucking amazing.
That would be amazing.
Would you dip?
I guess it's kind of like a snake eating its own tail, though.
Well,
comes out of your own bank account, goes back in your own bank account.
Yeah, but you gotta at least do. I mean, come on.
For your stats, I would tip.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. All right, we'll have to try that at some point. All right, anyway, so your experience.
Okay, so I went to technically the closest one. There are a number of Taco Bells in the general vicinity. Nothing like super close, but also nothing super far.
Right.
But like not McDonald's, which is easily walkable kind of thing.
Right. So like a 10 to 12 minute drive?
It was exactly a 12-minute drive, although I think I did it faster. So it was in Belleville. I had a lovely view of the New York City skyline on my way there.
So just because of my curiosity, where in Belleville is this?
It's on that main street, that Washington.
Yeah.
Like where the car rentals are. I know everything.
There's a Popeyes by there.
And that street
right?
It was across from CVS and Walgreens.
I know exactly where it is.
It reminds me of this, and I bring this up every time we watch the show, of the street that the Satriali's pork store is on in Sopranos. And I think because I think that ours is supposed to be in Belleville and that, because that's where Uncle June lives.
We never finished.
I know, we have like 3 episodes left.
I wonder how it ends.
I definitely know how it ends.
Live down the street from the fucking diner.
But yeah, so Belleville is actually like really, it's like where they do a lot of their business, and I think that might even be where that pork store is supposed to be. But that street reminds me of that street.
We can look that up easily.
Yeah, no, a lot of it is supposed to be like in Belleville and Kearney and everything. So anyway, I had a lovely view of the skyline on the way there, and I was like, oh, a place I'm probably not going for a while. All right,
New York.
Yes, New York, and I bypassed it by. It was on the left-hand side. My way said the right-hand side, and I didn't see it. There was a CVS and a Quick Check. So, turned down the street, came back, took a U-turn, and the line was basically to the door. Like, to the entrance.
Wow.
And I was like...
Shit.
I phoned my mom, was out there, and talked to her all day.
Yeah.
We had stuff to talk about. Like, okay. 2 people in front of me bailed.
They just couldn't take it.
Yeah. And I guess I don't know why I didn't think about this, because I did think about it with the sandwich places, and I guess the reason I didn't think about it, in hindsight, is that I knew this had a drive-thru, and none of the sandwich places had drive-thrus.
Yeah, that's a good question. On all the other places, you did the app. Why
I don't know why I didn't even think it would have an app. I know nothing about... I feel like this is...
That's a good point.
I feel like this is a foreign land. Like, for me, and I was telling my mom in the car, like, we went through this real, like, Afghani phase of food when we lived in Long Island. I'm like, I feel way more comfortable ordering that than I do Taco Bell. Like,
that sounds
I know, I miss that place. There's one, were your sisters moving in New York? There's one right across the street.
A good spot?
No, it's the same place, the same restaurant, Rava.
Oh, that's
there's
New York
6
location.
of them.
Oh.
No, there's a bunch of, there's 6 different ones in, like, Long Island and, like, Queens, New York.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, that place is good. And I was just like, I'm so much more comfortable ordering like crazy ethnic food than like Taco Bell. I was like, I don't know what to do.
Because the things are made up. I mean, they're just not right. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't know what to order.
Like a Crunch Wrap isn't
like that. I don't know what that is. Yes, and that's exactly so. The line moved so fast. Those people made a bad decision to bail. They would have been up there in under 5 minutes.
Oh wow, okay.
I mean, I can't believe how fast the whole experience was. It was daunting to see the line. So I pulled up. The girl asked for the order. She was so nice. And they put the order up on the screen. And they were like, she was like, do you want any sauces? And I was like, give me an assortment. She was like, okay. I was like, all right, thanks. And she's like, when you confirm it before proceeding? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely, that looks good. And
cool.
It was perfect. It was so cheap. I mean, I was like, yeah, it was really cheap. That's why I'm thinking that meal card was nerve-wracking. Like I mean, you could do some damage.
Well, it was. I bet you those prices were jacked up. I bet you for the Syracuse shit.
Sure, yeah. No, I'm sure. And then so then there was like 2 cars from ordering. Like it was only 2 car lengths, and then my food was ready when I put it. That was the part. I guess because as a kid, basically the only drive-thru we ever did was Wendy's, which always had 2 windows. Or was it McDonald's that had 2 windows?
What do you mean by 2 windows?
One of them had like you pay at the first window and then you get your food at the second window. So you have like that. So like this was all at one window and it was just like, oh my god, my food is here, and it was hot.
And
so
it was hot.
yeah, so
it
that
was hot when it got here.
Yeah, and I mean I think I got back pretty fast, all things considered too. So. The experience was great. It was better than the sandwich experiences, I would say.
And like, let's say you did it through the app and you showed up there. And you
so if you did it through the app, you could pull up the different route. So instead of getting in that line, you had like the other one. And I did see some people who actually looked like they were arguing with somebody who worked there, and I pulled up, and I was like, what are they arguing about? Why are they standing outside arguing? And then I realized those were app people, or maybe Uber Eats people, I don't know.
Yeah.
So that was the experience.
Sounds good.
It was great, yeah. I was like, that's almost why I wanted to try a different one, because I was like, this was like really on the ball.
Yeah.
And so I didn't get that much time to read the menu. I had like 1 car to wait to read the menu. And it just seems like, to me, there are thousands of permutations at Taco Bell.
That's the vibe I get. It's like you can get one thing and make it into 18.
The menu is streamlined, and I think my issue is I want to do the next one on the app, because I think on the apps you get to see the options.
You could modify stuff if you want.
That's what I mean. It's
no
like,
blank, add blank.
Like with Panera, you can be like extra dressing, hold the mayo, Right. I just don't even know I don't know where to start because I don't know what my options are.
And I think, too, actually what's interesting is moving forward with technology and people putting orders together. You know, you would go to the drive-thru and go, yeah, I'm going to have this. Can you not put this on? How many times do they get it wrong?
Literally, every time I got a spicy chicken sandwich, there was mayo on it.
Yes.
And I asked for it without.
But I think when you do stuff on an app and it's computerized, because there's not me talking to you through a speakerphone, no extraneous noise in the background. It's somebody in the kitchen working there, reading it, saying, know this, know that. Boom, when they put it together, think about how much easier that is than me telling you, you telling them. This person, it's because you're telling a man, and they're putting it in a computer for somebody to see.
When you're
doing the app, you're skipping that step, and there's no way for that person to make a screw up. It's on you and what you put in the computer. So I think that would alleviate some of that stress and help make sure there's not as much misinformation in that transformation.
Well,
that was very proliferation.
Yes, that was good. That was very profound. Yes, it also gives you confirmation because you can't go, but I told you that, and they're like, yeah, I didn't hear it or whatever.
Right,
like,
it's on the thing.
Yes, and that's why I love the Ziosk.
What's the Ziosk?
Ziosk is what you have at like Newark Airport when you like order anything. You put it on that little iPad, the iPad.
Oh, okay.
And there's like there's this theory of like, oh, it takes the humanity out of ordering in the restaurant experience. Yeah, screw that. Like, just give me the right thing, get it there quick. Especially if I got a flight to catch. I want my double vodka grapefruit ASAP.
Hook 'em horns.
Yeah, that's a Brian Jones specialty.
There, oh man, I miss Brian. Brian Jones' specialty was the...
No, it was a champagne with grapefruit.
With grapefruit.
75 of those later.
All right, so food's here. Food came. Let's do our food review. And for those that are new to this, it's out of 3 categories: taste, heat factor, and takeout presentation.
Can I read the descriptions on these so we're like on the same page?
So these are the 2 items we got. Just give them a read.
What did you think a Crunchwrap Supreme was?
I had no idea.
Like, just like by hearing it.
I thought it was going to be a crunchy burrito.
I thought it was going to be like a crispy... Oh, the baby just kicked. A crispy quesadilla inside like a soft quesadilla.
Oh, I had no... you were closer than I was.
I just... Because I think I've seen the shape of it before.
Yeah, I had not.
The Mexican pizza...
That threw me for a loop. I saw that shape and I went, that's a hexagon.
I think it was an octagon.
Octagon. Bless you. Bless you.
Okay.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Did you wash your hands?
Nope.
Okay. Keep going. I'm joking.
All right, I'm not going to touch anything. And then Mexican pizza.
That was the other one we had.
Yes. Yeah, so I guess I don't know if I should describe them. Okay, so Mexican pizza, what is included is seasoned beef, beans, 3 cheese blend, Mexican pizza sauce, and tomatoes. And
what's a Mexican pizza sauce? Do you know?
It looks like enchilada sauce to me. Like what you'd pour on top of like enchiladas.
Okay.
Okay, so then... And the Crunchwrap Supreme on the bottom has nacho cheese and seasoned beef, and on the top has lettuce, tomato, and reduced fat sour cream. Really a weird place to skim off the top on the fat,
yes.
I'll be honest. Okay, so that's what we ordered, and it was a surprise for both of us, I think.
Yes, definitely was. I didn't know what to expect going into this. Like you talk about the Crunchwrap. Like I said, I thought it was going to be a burrito.
No, I knew the shape it was going to be.
Like when you showed it out, you put it out and you said, "Here's this." I go, "Nope, that's not what I thought I'm eating." That was a stunner.
The Crunchwrap was way cuter than I thought it would be. It was so cute.
It looked good. It looked good.
Perfect, and it was very like the integrity was really solid.
And the pizza looked. I mean, it was a circle.
I
don't know.
The pizza looked like something I would like scrounge up for dinner, like when you weren't home.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna take these tortillas. Like, I definitely am the queen of like mini cheese quesadillas when you're not home for dinner. You know, I just throw some cheese in a little. And I like corn tortillas. So they're really tiny.
So which one do you want to review first?
I want to do the pizza first.
All right, I just want to get my notes ready.
Yeah, so the pizza first, and so we didn't make any changes, and I think that's a question. That's the kind of a question I want to ask: is because this is such a customizable restaurant, should we be customizing them to our taste preferences?
Ooh, I like that.
Just because
that would make me eat a lot more of it. No cheese.
No, that's not. No, there definitely needs to be cheese. Like, that's the whole point of, like, Taco Bell.
I gotcha.
But I would say no nacho cheese, for me personally. I just don't think nacho cheese.
Well, there was nacho cheese in the Crunchwrap.
Yeah, still. It was bomb.
You liked it?
I loved it.
Oh, God. Who are you? Do I know you? Have you been seeing another food man?
This is a novel experience for me.
Fair. All right, which one do you want to do first?
I just told you.
Oh, the pizza. Sorry. Okay, I got it. I was writing down all the stuff and I forgot.
You lost your privileges on the last...
Even though I wrote pizza first. So.
You lost your privileges on the last podcast for me, like, ever going first because you changed your mind. I was re-listening to it today. You literally changed your mind.
Download and subscribe.
After every time I talked, so...
Okay, takeout presentation. The pizza one rocked. It was in this little cute box.
It was so cute. It was
so
like
nice.
The tiniest little...
It was like you had to open it up. I would describe it as like a one of those like child-sized Pizza Hut pizzas you get.
Yes,
it was like
exactly.
the same box. The difference, obviously, besides that,
Or
is,
like you go to Target and get a Pizza Hut.
yeah, so you had to open up this little box. And you didn't know what you were going to see, and the surprise was exciting. So I liked the little box. I thought it was cute as fuck. I liked that a lot. Takeout presentation, I went with an 8.5. I thought that was cool. I'm also noticing, like, I'm giving a higher score as I do more of these for things that are more of a novelty.
Yeah.
You know, like, we've done so many takeout presentations where it's the same stupid box, the same container. It's like, how many times can you see the same container? This was it. I was like, you know what? I've never seen this before. Fuck, I love you. Let's make love. I don't know who you are. I don't know what this little box looks like. I get to open and close it. 8.5. Yeah,
I'm gonna go with an 8 for the box as well. It was cute. It did the job. The food was hot. I mean, it was completely, the integrity was maintained on the drive home, and I think that is an important part of it. Mm-hmm. And with the pizza, you can have some slidage.
Yes,
more than anything.
It was a perfect fit.
Yeah. It was. They clearly have this down.
Yeah, no, they've got it down.
It'll be interesting to see as we get more things.
Where did Taco Bell start?
No idea. That'll be next podcast. We'll do the history of Taco Bell.
The history of maybe we should get a guest
who loves Taco Bell,
or just like a Taco Bell historian.
Well, you're booking that guest then.
Well,
you're a professional.
I know, but that one more thing for me to book this week. Why did I bring it up?
Okay, because a molecular biologist. I got a lot of Taco Bell hookups. Like, what do you think?
Well, I don't know any Taco Bell people. I just put on Facebook. You like Taco Bell? Want to be on a podcast? All right, heat factor.
If we had a Taco Bell expert, though, like a listener,
that'd be kind of interesting.
Totally want to interview them.
Just somebody that he or she knows the field.
They're going to be an expert compared to us.
Yeah. Like,
this is like Dumb and Dumber go to Taco Bell.
Oh, yeah. In 98, we saw a real shift in the change in the shells. Like, something like that.
Well, they're really well known for their reinvention of their ingredients to make something new.
Which I guess you have to do so people don't get bored of the items.
But they do it, I think, more than anybody else. Like, they have a new... And it's limited time. They're like... It's not like a McRib where it's like... It's here, it's gone, just kidding. It'll be here and gone for the next 25 years. You know, they're like, here's our thing. We're doing a Frito-Lay's collab. Yeah. We're done with this. We're never doing it again.
Right.
So, I don't know. It would be interesting if we had any Taco Bell stands.
I'm with you on that. All right, cool. Okay, get the phone back. Heat. I don't know. Like, it was cold, but then at the same time, I didn't have expectations. It wasn't hot. I didn't have expectations for it to be warm. Honestly, I was so fucking freaked out about biting into this thing. I don't know what the heat factor is. I'm going to go with an A. I don't remember. You
know the funny thing is, in all reality, if I made that for dinner,
I'd love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was a stigma with it.
For sure.
There was totally a stigma with it.
I'm like looking at this thing, I'm like, these are all things you like.
I know.
Combined, why are you freaking out?
Because here's the truth. I am a...
I could just fill the blank with so many things.
Fill it in. Mike delivers Mad Libs food edition. I am very anxious about cheese. Okay, so if there's
but not shredded melty cheese, which is what's in quesadillas.
Will you let me talk?
What kind of cheese was it?
It was a 3-cheese blend,
which is what we put in all our quesadillas. And by we, I mean me. And you just sit there and eat.
Are you going to let me tell the story? Are you going to minimize and make me feel like a small man?
Continue. But I want to hear you justify your way out of that one.
I'm not justifying it. I'm just telling you where it comes from. I'm uptight about cheese, okay? So that got me nervous. I thought one of the cheeses looked like a sour cream. So I was scared about biting into it. I then, with that fear factor and then this, like, bias in my head said, I'm not going to like this. The truth was, when I bit into that one, it was actually okay. I kind of enjoyed it. The other thing wasn't for me. I don't know what the hell was in that. It was sour cream and fake cheese, and I just don't like the way that stuff tastes. I just don't. So I was a little uptight that I kind of forgot about the heat factor, so I kind of don't know. But I don't remember it being hot. I don't remember it being cold. So with all of that said, it probably was somewhere average. I'll go with the 6.
All right. I'm going to do 7.5.
7.5?
Yeah, 7.5. It was warm. It did its job. The cheese on top could have been meltier.
See, that. God damn, you know what you're doing. That was the problem.
And this is why I have to go second. I always said because you would change your mind after that.
I don't like when the cheese is supposed to be melted and it just... You know when cheese melts, it all kind of looks like a blob. But then when some pieces don't melt, they're like little strings, like kind of have like a loose arm that comes out. I don't like the loose arms.
Have you ever seen Cincinnati chili and how like it can be like 1, 2, 3 ways or whatever, and like there's
you mix it in and then it melts.
But when you get it, the little cheese stringies are on top. Does that freak you out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd have to mix it in.
So that I think that gives people perspective like what you're talking about. Like you don't like that.
Yes.
Like you do not want a salad with like cheese on it. No. But then again, you fucking love cheeseburgers and you eat a ton of cheese pizza.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again.
So he's really low maintenance, guys. All right.
And girls.
And mom. My mom.
Hey, your mom likes feeding me.
She does. Yes, because she likes to nurture and you require a lot of customization.
I don't know. You're making it out like I'm this picky fucking eater, which could not be further from the truth. I'm getting a menu now. We're gonna go play.
No. You gotta do the taste on it.
All right, taste on the pizza. I'll start with the 6. That's where I went. It wasn't. I was a little nervous, a little freaked out, but once I actually chewed it and bit into it and started to taste it, I was like, okay, this isn't terrible. The cheese wasn't as melted as I liked. The beef was fine. The beans were fine. The shell was what you would think it would be. It wasn't anything special, but, you know, it's fatty, good meat, so it was kind of cool and kind of tasty. I went with the 6.
All right, so I went with a 6.5, and I was texting with my sister-in-law, Lori, who hopefully will listen to this. Big Taco Bell fan. It's my brother's wife. And she'd never had it before. And she was asking, like, what it was. And I was like, basically, it's something I would have made whenever I was, like, babysitting as a 13-year-old and, like, on my own for lunch in the summer.
Okay.
You know, it was kind of like a refried bean tostada. There wasn't a lot. I could make this.
Yes.
And I could make it better. One of the things I think... like,
don't disrespect the bell.
One of the things I like about getting stuff takeout or at a restaurant is that it's something I can't make very well. I think I could make it better than this.
Okay.
This concept.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
We'll be the judge. I'll be the judge of that.
I don't know if do you want to try this again?
No, I don't want to be the judge.
But the thing is I would make it.
I want to be the jury.
I would make the cheese bubbly. I would use like good ground beef. I would use tomatoes that were red. Like
here's the problem with that. Then they wouldn't make money. They have to.
Oh, yeah, no, that is definitely true. Like, my version of this is like $15, for sure. Oh, yeah, by the way, both of these together were $7. So, yeah, no. But I'm just saying, it wasn't special. It was fine. It wasn't special. I wouldn't order it again.
All right, the Crunch Wrap.
Why do you find this so funny?
I don't find it funny.
You're laughing.
Now the Crunch Wrap. I guess I am smiling. Which I tried first in the video. If you want to see me try this... head over to my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook page at Mike Delivers Pod. And you can see my reactions to trying both the Crunch Wrap
producer
and
note.
The pizza.
If you got more than one thing to try, you gotta speed it up there, buddy.
Producer note, I wanted to time it like that.
Okay, good. You like to just cut a roll. We're going to talk for 42 seconds and then shove things in my mouth for the last 18.
Well, I mean, the minute thing makes it tough. You really got to get moving and grooving. All right, producer note. All right, takeout presentation. For this, I don't know what it came in. I didn't see it. I have no idea.
It came in it's in the, you can go look in the fridge right now.
Hold on, real quick.
Still in there. Hold on. Time out. It's looking in the fridge. It's like a little open envelope. What would you... kind of like an old school, like, McDonald's fries thing. You were like a little, like, open-topped tissue paper.
And just a little behind the scenes or opening up the fridge. That's being saved for later for Miss Jessie.
Yes.
Because we're going to eat it. We're going to eat it all. But anyway, we just had a bite of it.
That's a potential. We'll see.
But
not
okay,
today.
now that I looked at it, it looks like what you would get a cookie in from Subway. When you would
or like Mrs. Fields. Yeah, that's a good
By the way, Subway cookies with the white macadamia, disgusting.
Oh, I love those. Oh, my God.
Okay.
What?
Ugh. That says a lot about your personality.
I chose Duquesne due to their white chocolate macadamia nut cookies.
Well, you made a wrong choice.
Actually, the cookies were never that good again. They were great in the...
All right.
When you walk the campus.
So takeout presentation, I'll go with a 6.5. It's kind of cool. It's kind of different. I appreciate that it's in that. I think it's kind of cool. Nothing special. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm like on a robot. Nothing special. That is kind of special. It's different. It's unique. You're taking a Crunchwrap, putting it in that. That's why, again, when you had that takeout presentation, I didn't know what it was. So 6.5. Okay,
so I'm gonna go with an 8. But this...
Jeez.
In the reason being, well, first of all, I'm not talking just the outer presentation. I'm talking the actual item itself. It is so cute.
Yes.
It is adorable.
It was. And they had a nice crisp on it,
too.
It
looks perfect.
Can I see this phone? I want to see these photos of this thing.
Yeah, it looked like the photo. I mean, not the inside. The outside looked just like the photo.
Yeah. Not the inside.
Yeah, not the inside for sure. That looks like there's a salad in there.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what this is going to be a real changing target situation because we got 2 things and they had 2 totally different containers. So my question is that for functionality? Like, does everything at Taco Bell have a different container? Because they were perfectly fit into what they're in. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not... Like, we've gotten things before where they're like, we're just clearly putting this in a hot dog container. And you're just like, okay, right. Whatever. So I'm going to give it an 8 because it did its job. And the actual item itself was just... It looked perfect. I was like, how the fuck did you seal this thing so good? Oh, it was perfect.
No, they did a nice job with that. They really did. And I think that's why with Heat, I give it an 8 because it was sealed up so well. Everything stayed hot inside of the Crunchwrap because it was wrapped up so well and sealed that the items in there...
How do they seal that?
I think they bring in a national sealer. That's his job. Or her.
Stamp.
Just Taco Bell. So I gave it an 8 with Heat Factor because I thought they did such a good job with the sealing process that when you bit into it, it was one of the best heated things I've tried doing this. I was very impressed.
So I'm actually going to go with a 9.
So you agree?
Because it was very well heated on the bottom, and I get the whole concept of the Crunchwrap now. That thing in the middle kept the fresh stuff on the top from getting overly heated.
I don't know what that stuff was.
It was like a little salad.
Okay. You want to do taste?
Yes, I do.
I give it a 3. I thought it was fucking disgusting. I thought it was awful.
I literally want a divorce.
I thought it was so gross. It was fake nacho cheese, a shitty taco shell, and green stuff. Okay, the flour tortilla shell, whatever. But lettuce, you should not have hot food and cold lettuce.
But it was cold.
Doesn't work.
Oh my god.
I thought it was disgusting. I gave it a 3. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. And I'm usually so PC on this thing because I'm nice and I'm too sensitive and I never want to piss anybody off and I'm always worried about what everybody thinks of me. I gotta be honest, I did not like it. I thought it was disgusting. Well,
in the first time...
If you want to divorce me over this and leave with the son, and if people... You know what, if years from now people go...
I'm leaving?
You said you want to divorce me.
Yeah, no, you can leave.
Well, either way, the point is we're not together. You go, what happened? Was he not a good father? Was he not a good husband? He didn't like the Crunchwrap. I mean, come on.
No, he was a picky, pain-in-the-ass eater.
I'm not a pain-in-the-ass. I didn't like that. What'd you give it?
I gave it a 9.
Holy balls on a stick, a 9?
And
I want to leave you now.
It was the first thing we saved for me to eat later this entire, 40 episodes.
A 9? Wow. You gave the Crunchwrap your highest score ever.
I loved it.
Wow. I don't know if I know.
Well, I'm going to tell you the 2 things I would change. I knocked off half a point for 2 things.
Yeah, the husband you ate it with.
The sour cream. Do not like...
There was sour cream there.
Yeah.
I don't even remember
I don't like sour cream.
All right.
I love Greek yogurt is like my favorite food, and it just is like Greek yogurt that's just spoiled. I don't like it. It's the taste of it. Like, it's just that tang I do not enjoy. And I see now that with customization, if I could have had melty cheese...
I see now with customization. It's cute.
If I had melty cheese, like shredded cheese, instead of nacho cheese, we're at a 10. If I could remove...
But you like the nacho cheese.
It was fine. No. I'm giving that as a half point off. It was okay, because it was very, very little in there.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know it was nacho cheese when I first took a bite of it.
There was a Spanish teacher I had, and he would say, "What kind of cheese is not your cheese?"
Oh, God.
And he would go, "Nacho cheese."
But I thought it was pretty good.
Obviously, you gave it a 9.
I loved the texture of it. I thought the whole thing... I liked that was hot.
To marry it.
Okay.
Wow, a 9. Holy shit.
I thought it was great. I would totally order that again.
Damn, girl. A 9.
That was by far the number one thing that we had gotten the request for. And I get
Maybe
it.
I don't get it. Maybe I don't get it.
I am a little confused. Is there a Crunch Wrap? Not there, or is there just a Supreme?
Well, we had a recommendation on our Facebook page for the breakfast version.
Now, so there were some things on our Facebook pages that were suggested that I could not find on the menu. So I don't know if it's like
old items.
Or are they like a severe customization? Like,
I definitely want to try the Dorito shell.
Yeah, we're going to do that. We're definitely going to do...
We're going to customize it so I eat the fucking thing, the whole thing.
We're going to do tacos for sure.
Doritos.
All it is seasoned beef, lettuce, and cheese. That's it.
Yeah, well, we'll get rid of the sour cream and stuff.
No, there isn't any on there.
All right, with the Dorito?
Yeah, it's just plain.
All right, so let me give you the recap. Pizza scores. Mike, takeout. Presentation 8.5, heat 6, taste 6, Jess 8, 7.5, taste 6.5. Crunchwrap for me, takeout presentation 6.5, heat 8, taste 3. Jess, Crunchwrap 10, 10, 10, 8, 9, 9, which is just an incredible score if you've been keeping track on this podcast on the Mike Delivers pod. All right, so there is the first ever Taco Bell, all part of June. We'll be doing one every week. Patreon will have the bonus edition of this. So, again, go to Mike Delivers on Patreon and check it on out. But, Jess, all in all, fun time doing the Taco Bell delivery. I enjoyed that. Or the Taco Bell tasting. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
I had no idea. I like having literally no idea.
Now we know it's your favorite fast food place of all time. I mean, really, based on the scores.
That was I would say of like fast food things that I think are better than that. The Popeyes.
Not based on score.
No, I'm just saying in overall quality. Remember, hello. He's getting feisty. I think, because we talked about last week about perspective. I just didn't have any, I knew that this Popeyes chicken sandwich had to be unfucking believable. It's all everyone was talking about. And it was fantastic.
I wonder then if your perspective will change next week now that you have these standards.
Totally.
You're going to be like, it didn't live up to the Crunch Wrap. They didn't get it this time.
Yeah, I think we'll do tacos next week.
Yeah, it is Taco Bell.
Maybe some, if people have suggestions, we'll definitely love to try them because it's just interesting. I would say the Crunchwrap Supreme was really the only super solid front runner. Then there were a couple Mexican pizza, and then it was the Wild West out there what people were suggesting.
Best thing you ate this week.
Best thing I ate this week. Ooh, boy, I was not prepared for this.
Well, we do it every week.
I know, that seems weird. I feel like it's so lame. But
the Crunch Wrap.
Yeah, the Crunch Wrap Supreme. That was easy. I think Cafe Giotto's in Montclair.
You can be lame. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's become my go-to dinner. I love it.
That's what mine is. I like the linguine with the different seafood we had. Boy, now I sound like a real asshole.
Yeah, and I like this quinoa avocado salad.
That was
so
good.
We don't eat Taco Bell on the reg, clearly.
Also, the salad I had from Colombia de Noche. There was a salad with avocado, steak, corn, oil of vinegar, onions, red onions. That was real good.
Yeah, I already said I want...
Ooh, the pizza.
What pizza? Oh, yeah, the pizza from Cafe Giotto. This place is so good. It's... Did you try it on one of the local...
No, I have not.
It is the smallest restaurant I've ever
good.
seen in my entire life, and it is one of my favorite restaurants that I've ever had. I already said I want it the day that we come home with the baby. That's what
and we can do that. Ryan better be ready. He's going to drive and get it.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a takeout, a grab and go place.
And now that's what it is.
And now that's what it is. But it's just so good that they couldn't help themselves. So, although we also the gelato.
Yeah, that was good too.
The local gelato place, we had to put our name in 3 days in advance to reserve a pint. It's that good.
All right, thanks everybody for the Mike Delivers pod, listening to this Taco Bell June episode. We'll do another one next week as well. Want to say again, shout outs to Tom Izzo. If you like that little cartoon I did with me and my little kitty cat Leon, he can make one of those for you. Probably not with Leon, but the same version of that. Also, Patreon page. Hook it up, check it out. $4 a month. You can get bonus content. It's only $4 a month, which I hope isn't that much. So if you can do that, the donations, not generations. If you don't do a donation, it'll help the Mike Deliver generation. Boom, bitches. Thank you, everybody. And check out theprosclub.com. I'm building a website that has other podcasts on it because I'm a fucking maniac. Jess, thank you so much for coming on doing this. Episode 80. We still have to figure out what we do special for episode 100. I know what you would want. You'd want to do the crunch wrap again because you're a psycho. No, episode 100 will be right around when you're giving birth to my son.
You know what sounds so good?
I sound like Dwight from The Office there.
A crunch wrap, a vegetarian crunch
I'm
wrap
this.
with black beans and the shredded cheese. Oh, it'd be so good.
Talk to you later. That's where you say goodbye.
Oh, I thought you just clicked the button. I thought you muted me.
I'm not that rude of a dick. I'll give you another. We'll try this again. Rewind. Jess, good stuff. Good talking to you. Have a lot of fun. Another Mike Delivers podcast in the books. Thank you very much.
I thought you just podcast hung up on me.
Hey, so you're really cute, and I like Taco Bell. Do you? No, bitch.
I have to go make you dinner, so bye.
Love you, bye.